Have you ever had a quiet suspicion that someone might be trying to gain an advantage over you? Do you notice that one particular friend only reaches out when they need a favor? Maybe your supervisor constantly asks you to stay just a little longer at work. Or perhaps it's even your partner who keeps insisting that you buy them that new makeup kit they've been wanting. No matter the relationship, being taken advantage of by someone is completely unfair. Here at Psych Beauty, we understand how painful that can feel, and we want to remind you of your true worth. It's important to remember that while you can't control the actions of others, you are fully in charge of how you respond to them. So, here are 8 signs that someone might be using you. Number 1. They only show up when they need something. Do you have a classmate or coworker who only contacts you when they need help finishing an assignment or asking for favors? If that sounds familiar, then you may have been used by them. And honestly, there isn't really another way to describe it. Of course, you might argue that humans are social creatures and asking for help occasionally isn't always done with bad intentions. That's true. However, if it happens far more often than it should, it might be time to reconsider both your reasoning and their motives. Another sign is that when you need support, they rarely return the favor. Number 2, they don't keep their promises. Do they often go back on what they said they would do? Are they the classic old talk, little action type? It can be incredibly frustrating to depend on someone, only to watch them fail to follow through on their promises. Patterns like this can be very harmful to any relationship. Repeatedly breaking trust reinforces the idea that they see you as someone they can easily take advantage of. Ouch. Number 3, they make you watch what you say. Do you find it difficult to express yourself openly around a certain person? Has it gradually become harder for you to say no to their requests? New York City life coach Julie Melillo explained that this happens because of an invisible power imbalance that develops in such relationships. People who use others often send subtle messages that refusing their request could lead to negative consequences for you. Melillo writes, "This is exactly how manipulation works. Using fear as a way to gain control is never healthy in any relationship. If you feel like you cannot freely speak your mind around someone, they might be taking advantage of you." Number 4, they assume you'll always pay. Are you the one who usually ends up covering the bill whenever you go out together? Do you willingly offer, or has it simply become expected? Money can affect relationships in many different ways. But if someone consistently expects you to pay for both small and large expenses, they may be financially taking advantage of you. Number 5, they're only kind when it benefits them. Most of the time, it might feel like they barely notice you. But suddenly, when they need something, they become extremely friendly and affectionate. All of a sudden, it feels like you're the closest of friends. The way someone behaves around you can reveal a lot about their character. Of course, occasional mood changes are normal and can happen because of stress or circumstances. However, if someone only smiles at you when they want something, and ignores you the rest of the time, it could be a sign they're using you. Number 6, your loved ones are concerned. I told you so. That phrase is one many of us dread hearing. Sometimes, friends and family can see through situations that we struggle to recognize ourselves. They often notice small behaviors or warning signs that we may overlook or excuse. Because of this, they sometimes feel justified in saying those dreaded words. If someone close to you has pointed out unhealthy or controlling behavior in one of your relationships, it may be worth looking into it more carefully. Their perspective might help you see things more clearly. Number 7, they never say thank you. Do you constantly go out of your way to help them while receiving little to no gratitude in return? If you can count on one hand the number of times they've actually said thank you, pause for a moment. That lack of appreciation can be deeply hurtful and is often a strong sign of being used. When people fail to acknowledge your kindness, it can slowly make you feel like your efforts weren't important. Eventually, it may even seem as though your help was simply expected. This mindset can push you further down the road of manipulation. Number 8, you start to dislike them. To like or not to like someone, how often have you faced that question? Did a certain person immediately come to mind? This reaction is completely natural. Our feelings help guide us toward relationships that support our well-being and away from those that harm it. However, if you begin to feel resentment whenever you think about someone, that feeling probably isn't there without a reason. Psychologist Dr. Kim Cronister, D, explains that resentment often appears in one-sided relationships. Healthy relationships are a two-way street, where both people show care and respect. Without that balance, resentment can quickly grow. We want to remind our community that everyone deserves to be treated with respect and kindness. No one deserves to feel used or taken advantage of. If these signs remind you of someone in your life, don't panic. Taking time to evaluate the relationship and talking to trusted friends or family members can be a helpful first step. Do any of these signs remind you of someone you know? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with friends who might also benefit from this message. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.